Today I'm going to show you a little bit of my own article from my own documents. It means nothing to do with others important stuff or any kind. But as you already see, this kind of picture is not drew by me. It's not drew by me. But it is a moment, record. It's a record and help me. It's helping me. It's helping me to memorize such kind of moment. It is on maybe 5 days ago. It is on September, I believe is 16th. You know, I believe is 16th in the dawn, in a such kind of vivid light, romance dawn, and I was sitting in front of a window, on a very high buildings in my apartment, and I was uh, trying to ghost writing or not ghost writing. I don't know. Maybe the uh, feeling writing, the vibe recording. What I call is a vibe writing down on the paper is a vibe recording a process. So maybe shall I show you something? Shall I? I'm going to log in this website, and it will directly locate to the pages that I just left up. This sort of features helps me protect, prevent my creation progress being destroyed, you know, from accidental. So it's pretty neat. So based on that, I'm going to use the word poken. As you can see, the letters on the t-shirts, and that's it. So I have a mistake though. It's September 11, but I believe so. It's not September though. But it doesn't matter. It shows it's September. Let me check a little bit more. This is another one. Okay, this is some sort of creation part of it. So I don't believe it's a good thing or not. But let me show you. Something here. Okay, this is some creation thing right here. I'm trying to uh, find out some art form, But from here, from here, hmm, sorry, I don't know why the one doesn't work. I don't know. But whatever. From here, I'm trying to, yes, here, I'm trying to visualize the situation I was living at that moment while I was writing. At that moment, I feel this thing, through this picture, you don't feel anything. You just see the illustration art form of it. But in fact, in the reality side, you know, from what I experienced, it's totally different. So I transcript my feeling while I was sitting at that chair and near the window and using the computer thing and has some drinks in front of my computer near my hand on the table, on the surface of the table near the window, and I'm trying to write down something here. So I asked the midjourney to generate art, uh, some artworks that includes a 17 years old boy named this one, and he's sitting near a window, the window in his apartment. He's sitting in my concepts, in my imagination, in my plans, in my very first alpha concept plans. I'm trying to create some very complicated uh, image, but I'm end up end up failing, just get uh, this kind of quality. But in the original plan, I was planning to get some very, very uh, bird eyes view, everything from a very cool angle from the top sky, and gazing through the window and uh, seeing a boy was sitting there. No, but where I'm writing down so we can read this text. He is typing on the MacBook Air. The timing is almost morning, perhaps it's at dawn. The light's not so bright. The camera is from outside the building's window. The camera, which is important, but in the image, it also shows the camera, but the outside means different, because what I want to do is to have a bird view, but maybe I forget to write down, but it doesn't matter. I'm learning, I was learning at that point, even though now I don't get it, but let's keep going. There are three plates of the window, I I even including the detail. There are three plates of window. I don't know. I'm right, wrong or right. Maybe I don't need this one, right? Three windows. But look at the results. Obviously, it doesn't show three window, But it does show some though, Look at here. One, two, three, right? So one, two, three. One, two, three. You can count. One, two, three. If you want to count it, basically. But this one doesn't have three. But this is very clear. One, two, three. Big window right here, right? One, two, three. It's big. And let's keep going. Three plates of window. Plates. So maybe the plates triggers the midjourney to draw the very large window, right? He is sitting behind a window, a smartphone also put near his left hand. So where is the smartphone? I don't see it. But here, this picture too has a smartphone right here. So it's very eventually includes this detail. That's neat. A lot of bottle soft drinks are placing on the surface. Oh my god, I have a miscalculate. Have a mistake. Several around computer, a green drink, a brown color coffee. Oh my god, left the E. Can of there's a lamp. A lamp. A lamp is turning on at his right hand side. A lamp. Okay, it's a lamp here, so we can see a lamp here. Obviously, four pictures includes a lamp. One, two, three. This one very good though. This one is very colorful. This is very rare. It's very stylish, And a coffee. The coffee has green drink. A green drink. Obviously, the green drinks here. Green drinks here. So there's two bottles here though. And a brown color coffee. Where's a brown color coffee? There's no brown color coffee because maybe the midjourney thoughts the coffee water. Maybe this is a mistake right here, right? The coffee is already brown, and I have misspell, right? So maybe this is the problem. There's a lamp turning on at his right hand side, not far away. His gray color cap. The cap? Where's the cap? The cap is here, right? The cap's here, right? Maybe perhaps the cap. Where's the cap? There's no cap here. This picture there's also no cap. So the cap, I need to gray cap here is at the surface. Two, a a ball with a dark leg. Oh my god, a ball with, you know, I remember at that time I have a ball and I have a dark leg inside my ball. I'm eating, in the dawn. So I just recall it. I want to record it in these pictures, but it end up doesn't appear. Doesn't appear in these pictures. But maybe this is a dark leg. Some dark leg here. Maybe it could be, but it doesn't matter. His face experience is so tough. He's gazing on the screen, doing his ghostwriting thing. The face experience, it's not that serious and not that what I want to, not that tough though. But I remember back on the day when I was exactly right here, right there. My face is so focused on. I'm in a mind flow mode. I'm in flow mode, writing something right here. So I write down this tough face expressions, face expressions. Sorry, expressions. But I don't know, the word must be wrong. I cannot use this one. This must be mistake. I need to use maybe a very focused face, or focus walking, or it's hard to describe. It's very difficult for me to describe it perfectly. But let's keep moving. He's gazing on the screen, doing his ghostwriting thing. Okay, ghostwriting appears here. Ghostwriting. A lot of ideas coming out from his head. I just want the midjourney to draw a lot of idea popping up from his head, visualizing the detail of the ideas. But it doesn't. It just shows the mental reality right here. Doesn't have some effects from his head coming out. So colorful. It's very obvious. I want to draw some maybe some pills, some music, symbols, or some very colorful animal or flower coming out from his head, but obviously doesn't happen in this case. A lot of ideas are coming out. He's riding a big size light color. He's wearing a big size light color t-shirt and a white shorts with black horizontal lines on it. So that's the detail of it. The white shirt. That's exactly what I wear at that day. Except the logo. I don't have this kind of logo. My t-shirt is clean. It has no logo on it. So the difference, but it shows up. It's true though. It did capture the moment that where I was wearing. Honestly, he's sipping. His lips seem so in a flow. Sipping. I'm trying to draw some biting his underlips, and shows up his face expressions so focused on the writing, but it ends up not very effectable, but it doesn't matter. Let's moving. So spiritual. Oh my god, the laser light beam comes out from his single right eye. You know what? I'm going to draw this crazy imagery, but it doesn't happen, you know. I want to I want to draw a laser light beam coming out from this boy's right eye, the right eye, and shows very demon, not demon though, it's very robotic, a cyborg feel, you know. His left eye is happy. His lips is a little bit smile. Why does it have some smile here? I don't see it very clear, but it doesn't matter. Behind the window, there are two towers. You know what? From what I want to do at the very beginning, from my original idea, the behind the window, you know, actually is inside the window, though, because the camera. What I want to draw is the camera from the outside, right? The camera is from the outside, but here the camera is from the inside, or maybe from the outside, but I don't know. But obviously, the window is behind the boys, right? So the camera is inside the room because you can see the building outside. But from my original idea, I want it to be the camera from outside and shooting from the outside into the room, and the glass is in between. So maybe don't get this. The midjourney don't get my words right here. The camera description, and because of that, behind the window means totally different. No, it means something behind the window and behind the glass and in outside. You know, they're outside of the apartment already. So it doesn't need to count already. Two towels hanging just a place. A white AirPods casings on the surface too. Where's the surface AirPods? No. Is that this one? No. The sun's coming up. The shining is hitting his fingers just right. You know, this one's crazy. Oh my god, the shining is hitting his finger, you know, in a very specific moment. Hitting the finger. You know, when the finger was hit, that's the feeling that gets right, you know. When you are walking in the morning from the dark night, from the very deep night, and through the darkness, and then finally reach the dawn, and the dawn the sun rises up, and everything turns a little bit lighter and lighter, and finally a sunlight hits in through the window and hitting on your finger, and you still feel it is at night, but it's already in the dawn. That's good. The tone of the okay, this is the final part of it. The tone of this image is kind of yellow, you know, the yellow thing because the sunlight I feel and but dim. The tone is also dim. The style, this line is important. You know, this line is important. It's anime. If you don't write out anime, it will end up uh, like a realistic style, maybe a real boy sitting right here. You know, that's not going to be good. You know, from what I think of. So, but after that, I feel it's very inspired. I was inspired by that, and I changed the camera angle. But when I keep going, you know, a lot of things happen right here, and uh, yes, this picture and also a lot of picture was generated, but you can see when I doing more, it looks exactly the same. You know that the main tone is the same, but the what I should say is the detail is kind of different, right? Just a little bit different, but you know the tower shows up, right? The clothes, the phone once more, and this is the dark leg or what? And there's no ball, some dark here, and yes, I thought you know when I doing this one, I forget to write down my signature, my poken sign letters on the screen, so I feel like a little bit late. But when I'm adding on, it shows up the letters right here, and right here, and right here. So this is not all. There's a lot more here, maybe. Uh, Here. Uh, okay. Actually, I need to go to a folder that shows up some other kind of here, right? Let me see. Okay, this is another different style, and this one also good though. A cap here, right here, the gray cap is up here. This one actually good, and this one actually good though. Do you feel it? This one, so detailed. The the face expression so right, and this one also right though, right? Oh my god, it's cool, but it's not. The light from this place more brighter, right? The outside not very not very bright. Oh my god, this one is very impressive. This kind of camera angle, it's kind of out of control. And this one as well, okay, as you can see this one here, one, two, three, four, much more right here. Okay, so that's something I want to share today. And maybe I need to check a little bit more here. You know, it's not because just that. Uh, there's other things right here. Is I add some reference imageries to create more and more efficiency uh, results. I need to reloading it from the experience. Let me try to find out. That's great. Okay, now we find something new here. We do find something new, right? So this is the imagery that I add to as a reference. This is the a comic pages, a manga pages that I drew from 5 years ago. So I like this kind of style, this kind of feeling. So I add this one as a reference so that it can outcome uh, to this kind of style. So if you just write down the animate style, you cannot get my style. My current look like a style, but it's a AI generated thing. Sorry, can you please don't show that shit once more? Okay, once more. A lot of things happen right here. This one's amazing though. I remember I was trying to draw a dark, also a lot of reference images here. It's funny, you know. This kind of quality actually is pretty good. The quality of this one's pretty good though. I I have saved it here, right? This is referencing images. This four here. One, also one, two, three. Okay, four. This four imagery as one. If I don't add any kind of reference imagery, I will end up get this kind of normal style. It's out of control, it's good, but I don't get any touch with it, because through this kind of art form I feel like it is drew from my own hand, not very 100%, but approximately approximately, likely, it is more realistic, like a sketch, not like a sketch though. Exactly, it's a very real and rich, feeling in it. That's why I choose this one. So uh, this full of art form, actually good, very 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 good though. The detail, I never realized that these four pictures uh, from my selections can create a very vividly mimicking my old style. You know, that's very good. It's simple but also complexity in it, and the color is not that complicated, but it has some sense in it. Even look at this one. Oh my God, it's so good. I cannot tell. It's so good. It's not because uh, it's bad. It is because this kind of situation, the the scene and the scene is not that rich, but the art form, if I can describe it more, but actually the hand is a lot of this kind of stuff is kind of weird, but it doesn't matter. I believe it doesn't matter. You can see this shit. What is shit? The broken clothes and the darkness in the house. You can see this art form from the charcoal. The charcoal feeling is so rich. You can see this shit. Oh my God, it's so good. This kind of pen, this kind of brush touch, and this brush touch. I don't know where did it gets, but let me check a little bit. Does it get this shit in here? Obvious, yes, though. This big thing right here, maybe. So I'm very glad. I'm very likely want to try more. Okay, I think the video should end here.